morning, welcome to Christopher's Kitchen. On this edition, I'm going to show you what to do with all that leftover turkey. If you're like my house, you have turkey sandwiches for 3 or 4 days after Thanksgiving or Christmas. What I would like to show you is some other options, or at least one other option that you can do with your leftover turkey. Today I'm going to make a turkey mushroom tarragon pie. So what I have here is some diced leftover turkey. Dark meat is very important. Don't skimp on the dark meat. Dark and white meat together. I've got mushrooms, onions, butter, white wine, and chicken stock. Okay, first what we want to do is get about 2 ounces of butter going in that pan there. And this butter is, I'm using, it looks like quite a lot of butter, but I'm using this because this is going to be the base for our sauce also. It's going to be a roux, so we're going to add flour to this, and that'll absorb a lot of that butter so that we can make a nice sauce for this turkey and turkey pie. Okay, so I've got some large diced onions here. I'm going to go ahead and add those in there. It's about 2 cups or 3 cups, I'm not sure. Check the recipe. Once your onions are starting to become a little bit clear here, we want to go ahead and add our mushrooms. It's about 4 cups of mushrooms. So now we've got our 3 cups of onions in there and 4 cups of mushrooms. Just going to saute those. Now you can let this go until it gets a little bit of color. Okay, this is fresh tarragon if you haven't seen it before. If you had to use dry, that's okay, but the fresh is really, really good. And what I do is I just hold it from this end and I just peel that off just like that if you didn't know how to use it. And then you can take the top off, that's tender. That stalk is kind of tough though, so I'm just pulling those leaves off. And then the top end I'm just going to take off with my hand because that's okay. And then with this we just want a kind of a coarse chop. So we're just going to chop up these tarragon leaves. And this is great. Now remember with fresh herbs you want to add those right at the end. We're ready to add the flour. Just going to, this is going to make our roux. So I've got about that's about a half a cup of flour there. Now I'm just going to stir that flour in, let it absorb the butter. And we want to, at this stage we want to cook the flour out. If you don't cook that flour for a little while, your sauce ends up tasting very starchy. So we want this to cook around there a little bit. Now that is going to stick on the bottom. You can see that sticking, but that's okay. You just keep turning. The moisture will come out of those mushrooms. Okay, once our flour is cooked out a little bit so we don't get that raw starchy flavor, I'm going to go ahead and add about a cup of wine. Okay, and that's going to get real thick real fast because there's not very much liquid in there. There's flour in there. See that flour nice and dark on the bottom? Now we're doing what we call deglazing, getting that flavor off the bottom. I'm going to add the chicken stock now. Got about 3 cups of chicken stock. I'm going to add just a little bit of that first so I can really scrape the bottom of that pan. See all all the flour on the bottom and the sides of that pan? That's what I really am trying to get off there. And once this gets thick again, it comes to a boil, gets thick, I'm going to add our turkey. And just get the turkey warm, and that's all we really want to do. And we're ready to add this turkey. We just want to warm this up. At this point, I'm going to taste for salt and pepper, and add a little bit of salt and cracked black pepper, just a touch there. Now I'm ready to remove this from the heat. Our turkey is warm. It's ready for the pie crust, or ready. Now I'm just going to add our 1/4 cup of chopped tarragon. Just mix that right in. Careful, just kind of folding it in. Don't want to destroy any of that turkey. Now I'm going to show you how we do our pan. I sometimes just do a top crust, but today I'm going to do a bottom and top crust. So I just have a pan. You can use a casserole dish at home. I'm just going to spray coat that a little bit. You can use Pam or something, whatever you like there. Okay. Now I have store-bought pie crust because I think it's the quickest and easiest. So I'm just going to lay these in here like this. I'm going to try to push it into the corners a little bit. Try to stretch it a little bit into a rectangular shape. Now I'm going to take our stuff. Now remember, this should be room temperature. This is a little bit hotter than you normally do it, but I'm going to pour that right into our pie crust. Okay. Got a nice amount of sauce in there. Good consistency. Just going to smooth that around a little bit. Now remember, room temperature is better. You can even cool it off. You can actually cool it off in the refrigerator if you want. That's fine. Okay. Then I'm going to come here with a top crust, just like this. Just like that. Bring our other piece here, just like this. Going to fill in some of the little corners here, like this. And then I just want to press these edges together. Okay, now I'm going to vent this. Just going to take a pair of scissors, make a couple of snips. And we're going to put this in about 375 for about 40 minutes. Now our turkey mushroom tarragon pie has cooled enough to cut, about 20 minutes. So just cut yourself a little, cut the crust out just like that. Cut the crust first. And now I'm going to cut the bottom crust a little bit. Okay. And just scoop this right out. Now, let's get some more of that crust. And see there's some little stuff left down there. I'm just going to make sure that's coming out of the bottom just like that. Just finish that with just a little bit of parsley. And that is a great way to use leftover turkey. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks and join us again for the next edition of Christopher's Kitchen.